Welcome to Nintendo News. I'm your host, Chris Dices. We're here for the review for Ironcast. It's been a little while since I should have reviewed this game, but now it's here. It's a battle slash puzzle type game. It has a very interesting setup back in the Victorian era setting. So let's get into this review and see what it's all about. Ironcast ended up being quite a different game to what I thought it would be. I came into it thinking it was going to be a simple puzzle game. However, this sort of Victorian England time where the storyline is them battling the English for a new energy source, and that's basically how it is. These merc-like tanks are created called the Ironcasts, and basically it's all about that, the war, da da da. So it's very interesting. Has good characters, good writing, things like that. So even that is been a surprising thing. So how the game sort of goes is you get a pilot and an iron cast. So you have these sort of 6x6 grid type nods that you connect up, and they go off and they give energy to either your two weapons or drives or defenses, and you sort of take turns with that. After you try to link up things in the puzzle twice, you go to attack or defend at the end of that part of your turn. So it's really interesting, and your iron cast can be upgraded and changed in different weapons and defenses and things like that. You'll get scrap metal, which is a different part. You can use that to get new weapons and systems, which is very good. Normally from defeated enemies, which is really cool. Because this game is where you're making lots of decisions at once, and it's quite difficult. It can be a bit overwhelming, but I think once it clicks for people, I think people, it will be the way to do that. So now I think overall this game is pretty good. I found it a bit hard at times, but I think people will like the challenge of the way that this game is set up. It's a very interesting puzzling type game. So but sometimes people might get annoyed if it gets a bit boring in that. But I think it's a really good game. It's a really good setup at the end. So overall, I think it's a really good game, and I think it's quite amazing how they sort of put this all together as a sort of a full package game. So let's find out what my final score was. So Ironcast is a pretty good game, and I'm giving it a 9 out of 10, which is pretty high for me. Now, puzzle games are sometimes not my cup of tea, but this was a game that I kept with longer than most because I enjoyed the battling aspect of it, and it sort of does entice people like me to play the game for longer and sort of get to know the mechanics of the game. So it is an excellent game. You should go and check it out. I think a lot of people will really enjoy the battling system behind it, and just sort of the brain power that you need to make this game work. So it's a really interesting concept, Ironcast. So that was my review, and it was a 9 out of 10. And I shall see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe too, it would be nice.